Beauty is one of the biggest categories in all of e-commerce, and in today's video, we're going to be highlighting a beauty trend that is absolutely exploding and could become the next billion-dollar skincare ingredient or trend. It's called the Pattern Serum trend, and I've made videos about this before, but if you're new here, I'm going to be sharing with you a ton of amazing data on this, not only on the demand side of it, but also on the brand side of it, the marketing side of it, and even a little bit of the sourcing and TikTok shop side of it. So we got a full video coming out today that is going to be very interesting for you if you're in beauty, e-commerce, or if you're just looking for the latest trend. So let's dive right in and not waste any time. As you see, the Pattern Serum trend is absolutely blowing up. If we look at the trend here just on a search volume basis through the ShoppyLab.ai software that we have, this is what I use a lot of times to get a ton of data and inspiration. We can see that it's literally blowing up on a new level. This is going to the moon, for lack of better words. And if you don't know, the skincare market itself, right? Beauty is massive, but skincare itself is worth about $142 billion a year. And that was in 2024. This year, it's likely even bigger. And Pattern Serum, if you didn't know, is actually derived from salmon DNA. It's a little bit odd, although now they are developing animal-free versions, right? So I guess cruelty-free versions. And this actually used to be used, this was used for medical reasons, right? For skin repair and things like that. And now it's making its way into the overall broader skincare niche. Now, the biggest brand that kind of popularized this is Medicube. And as you see, I have it pulled up on Ulta Beauty. Ulta is just an incredible marketplace. You probably know it if you're in the US or if you're a woman. I mean, you might be a man too and know about it. I mean, I know about it. And what they do is they just have like a ton of retail locations, and they're a huge marketplace. And they are carrying basically all the latest trending brands, which is actually a really great idea. I think this is a good idea for Shopify, right? Is building kind of a marketplace, I think. I mean, of course, it's difficult. But nowadays, you actually can carry, for example, Medicube products on your store. They may not be super profitable to have on your store, but they can still add a lot of SEO and good traffic to your brand. Now, Medicube is, like I mentioned, the biggest brand around this. And the first thing I want to highlight about them is how they created their Shopify store here, or their e-commerce site, because it does resemble TikTok shop. And that's the first interesting thing that we can gain from it. And also the offer stack that they have. The first image that they have, right? This is very practical advice. They give you a free Pattern mask for buying this bundle, which is $246. So it's not a cheap bundle, right? But they're giving you free products, which just increases the value of the offer stack. Now, if we just browse through these images, right, we can see some pretty simple images, but they're really good. It's like a before and after. This is kind of how your images should look. These guys are doing such a good job at selling the product through just the images. And it's brilliant because a lot of people don't want to browse. They don't want to read a whole bunch of stuff. Of course, some people do, so you should have more on your site. But this just goes to show, like, the most important thing you need on your site is actually just the above the fold section, which is above the add to cart. And these guys are doing an incredible job of this. Now, I do want to show you one thing so that you know that you can source this product. So first and foremost, you should start your Shopify store with this link. It will give you Shopify for $1 a month. So if you wanted to build a store around this trend, you can build your store for literally $1 a month for 3 months. And I'll just tell you, if it doesn't work out within 3 months, you can just start again, right? You can just start a new store and try again. So that's what's kind of amazing about the time that we live in, is you can start Shopify for so cheap. And I'll leave the link in the description. Shopify provides me and other Shopify coach partners. So I'm actually an official Shopify coach through Shopify. We do get a cut whenever you sign up through this link, but it's such an amazing win-win scenario because, as I just mentioned, you're going to be able to get Shopify for $1 a month, and you do need Shopify to sell your products. However, sourcing products like this may not be as difficult as you think. Of course, you want to ensure that whatever product you source is legitimate. So I don't want to just tell you to do this and that's it. But there's an incredible platform that our community and myself have been using for sourcing called Team Drop, which is absolutely free, by the way. So you don't need to go and buy an expensive subscription to a sourcing software that also is more expensive when it comes to the sourcing results. So on Team Drop, what's amazing is you can browse and source products from 1688 and Taobao, which are Amazon, China's Amazon basically. So there's products here that you've never seen in the US, such as this specific serum. It looks so good. And you could pretty much just download this image, put it into ChatGPT, and, of course, remove all of the Chinese text, just prompt it to do that. Now, as you see for this one in particular, there is a minimum order quantity, but they can host it in their international warehouse in China. And what's amazing is, let's say you actually wanted to custom develop this product or get more information about it and ensure that it's actually it has all the certifications you need. You just contact them on WhatsApp right here. Like, you just literally text the team, and start working through that process. It's pretty amazing and seamless. And like I said, you can explore it for absolutely free. So no brainer. But what I wanted to show you as well is this actually became popular through TikTok Shop. And TikTok Shop, it's just making waves. If you can get on TikTok Shop, guys, I just so highly encourage you to do so, because what's so amazing about it is what it can do for your overall e-commerce brand. Not only are you going to get sales from it, but the sales that you get from it are most likely going to be coming from creators, affiliate creators that are making content for your brand. So what's great about that is that this content is then repurposable across all of your other social media pages, right? So that's the first benefit of this. You can repost this content across, this TikTok, across your own TikTok page, or let's just say a Instagram reel, a Facebook reel, a YouTube short, a Pinterest pin, and a Snapchat show or reel, whatever they call them, spotlights. All of these 5 different placements from one piece of content that you can post organically and drive sales through, right? Or even just brand awareness. Then you can use that piece of content as an ad on all of those platforms, actually, that I just mentioned. At our agency, Ecommerce, that's one of our businesses that I spend a decent amount of time on. Less so these days. I've been more focused on ShopeeLab because it's just such a cool software. I really love it. And the community has been just incredible. The accelerator community. We've had literally members go from $0 to $1 million a month in the community this year. We've had 3 people, in fact. So that's pretty incredible. Honestly, I'm a little bit numb to it now almost, but pretty crazy. But Ecommerce is our agency. And here we actually spend a lot of time helping TikTok Shop brands. In fact, we've had really good results on TikTok Shop. One of our members has even been an operator for 9-figure brands on TikTok Shop. And what we've seen is that when you drive this kind of content on Meta, sometimes it doesn't get the best return on investment, right? You may not get the highest ROAS from it, but you do get the cheapest CPMs and just soft metrics. So if you're a brand that wants to, layer really, really strong top of funnel ads into your Meta ads campaign, let's say, one of the best ways to do that is actually to just launch TikTok Shop, because if you scale out creator efforts, you're never going to need any other pieces of content, really. I mean, of course, you should make more content like static, middle of the funnel ads, and even UGC ads that are more middle of the funnel and bottom of the funnel. Sorry if this is a little too complex for you beginners out there, but you can rewatch this video in the future as you learn more. Make sure you save it. We're going over a lot of really interesting and important stuff right now, actually. So yeah, keep that in mind. You can use all this content on Meta and get just incredible results. Even if it's not the highest ROI results, you're just getting more reach and tapping into different audiences that you otherwise would not be tapping into, because chances are UGC creators that you hire are not going to be making content like this. Let me show you an example, right? Medicube Booster Pro, only $159. I mean, you can definitely get UGC creators to do this, especially if you give them a creator brief like this with winning content. But still, I've just seen that TikTok Shop creators have an authenticity that normal traditional UGC creators lack. And I do believe that it affects the way that it reaches people on Meta. So that's just one thing you can keep in mind. But another thing I wanted to show you here is how many brands are tapping into this. But at the same time, there's not really like a good one. Like if you look here, I mean, the only one is Medicube, but this is just on Google, right? So this is Google Ads, which again, if you need help with Google Ads, setting up Google Ads, make sure you go to echemilab.com and schedule a consultation with the team here, because if you're wondering like, okay, well, what if I have all this TikTok content? Is that even relevant for Google? It actually is, because not only are you getting a ton of search traffic for your brand on Google that you should definitely capitalize on, but also you can use all of that content for YouTube. YouTube Shorts are an incredible placement, and it's been one of the coolest placements that we've been testing for some of our software clients as well as ecom clients. So if you need help with Google, do reach out. Now, as I just mentioned, there's only Medicube really is kind of crushing this search result, and then the rest are just super expensive. Like this is literally $530. Let me actually take a look, because how does that even make sense? Who's buying $500 serum? That's just unbelievable. So powered by 20 years of exosome research with advanced formulations that reactivate the skin's regenerative process, visibly reversing its biological age by up to 4.5 years in just 28 days. Wow, that's actually some good stuff right there. That's a really great little phrase and paragraph. Now, these guys seem to really be on top of everything. If you're a girl out there or somebody that just knows a lot more about this than I do let me know. I'm curious, is this brand, I mean, yeah, they are definitely popular. They have really good reviews for this, even though it's so expensive. But you get the point, right? Like there's not a lot of brands that are selling this well. Only really Korean skincare brands, but I mean, there's just such a gap in the market here. So if you are doing this, do reach out to me. Of course, I do want to encourage you to join our accelerator, because you'll get access to all this, but you'll also get access to our help. And honestly, I want to fund our accelerator members. It's still very early on. Like we only launched this a handful of months ago, but we're already seeing some talented individuals in the community that I want to invest into, right? So I want to invest in somebody that can create a brand like this, because I just think it's a very powerful niche. It's really, really good. You see, like I just mentioned, there's not really great brands doing this. Only Medicube. And let's see actually this brand. I'm curious if they're also like a marketplace. Cosmic Skincare. So yeah, they're selling the Medicube one. So that's pretty cool. Let's see brands. So they offer different brands. By the way, we actually have a way in the Shopify Accelerator or Shopilab Accelerator. There's a method that we use so that some of the members can add brands like this to their store. It's actually pretty easy. It's through the Shopify Collective program. So I'll just give you the sauce for being one of our for sticking till the end of this video. I mean, I really appreciate you guys watching, and it's always humbling and amazing to see just how much support we're getting on these videos. So it really does tell me that you guys find them valuable. But yeah, it's through the Shopify Collective. It's a free app, and it allows you to apply for a lot of these brands and be able to sell their products on your store. And of course, you can just manually reach out to some of these brands and their wholesale divisions and ask them if you can carry their product on your store. If you have, for example, this like a nice beauty niche store, this could really add to your catalog and make your store look so much better. And also, like I said, you're probably not going to make a lot of profit from these products, like if you actually sell Medicube on your store, because let's say they charge you $12 and you're selling it for $18. I mean, you're going to make like a $6 margin, but you don't really need to advertise it, right? It's a good SEO play. It's a good brand building play. I don't know. I think it's just a pretty strong model that nobody's really talking about in the e-commerce space. Everyone's talking about just like branded drop shipping or supplement brands and stuff like that. Nobody's really talking about just building a niche store that's also a marketplace. You can easily do that and create a pretty unique experience these days, especially with AI. But that kind of wraps it up. I think we covered pretty much everything that I wanted to cover Yeah, I think this is a really, really good niche. Make sure you go spy on TikTok. I think TikTok is one of the best research places these days for pretty much everything e-commerce and business related, funny enough. So make sure you go and start spying on some of these modern videos, right? Note them down, kind of understand the language, the psychology of the people in it, and then just do a little bit of math, find some products that make sense to sell. Let's say it's this product, it's $3, maybe it takes $6 to ship directly from China, and you get all the certifications you need to ensure that it's actually a good product. Start selling it, right? Start selling it with the $1 trial that I just gave you in the description and see what happens. Like, you can literally launch a brand for $1 a month. It's unbelievable. And maybe, I guess since you have to buy 10 of these, it would be, like $40, $50, let's say. But you can even get your logo in there. Talk to them about it. Talk to the Team Drop team. They may be able to help you with that. And that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and make sure you subscribe for more. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.